If you have 25% one bedrooms, 50% two bedrooms, 15, and 25% three bedrooms.
You have demolition building. When do the first tenants move in date? You have an idea?
We anticipate to begin construction in the fourth quarter of 08, and it'll take approximately 2 years. So the first tenants would be likely to move in within 16 months. So we'll call it the summer of 09, midsummer.
So are you going to start in 08?
Start at the end of 08.
2 years.
2 years to complete
So
construction, and it will be staggered. So therefore, residents will begin moving in midsummer. Exactly, midsummer 09.
In addition to that, we have the building that's under construction right now on the corner of Vineyard and Ashburn Avenue is all part of this overall Hope 6 project. They'll be moving in next year into that building. And the two other phases that were mentioned by Bill Becerra are the project that will be going on Ashburn Avenue next to the city's parking garage, and the one that's where the old Vineyard Firehouse was, or is. It'll be torn down in another project. So over the course of the next 3 or 4 years, there will be several different phases where people will, because of where they're constructed, they'll be phased and staggered. They'll be moving in over the course of those next 2 to 3 years into each of these different projects.
Right, so it'll be from high density to low density.
Yeah, and even the highest density is probably the one on the corner.
Should I do a site in 1 second?
Sure.
Just around so we can get a flavor.
The one on Vineyard is 6 stories.
No, it's the corner of Vineyard, right.
And how
How many are on the Vineyard and Ashburn? The corner of Vineyard and Ashburn?
Vineyard and Ashburn is going to be 60 units.
60?
That's about the biggest one you've got. It's the tallest one you've got and the highest density. So it's really...
It is moved to low density.
The intent is to move to lower density, create more open space, and basically a better living environment.
Right, but also sociologically, all over the United States, that has been moved. And what it has done is by decreasing the density, you have changed the face of a lot of public housing all over, and all the problems concomitant with, which also in the economic development of the city becomes a critical thing.
Yes, with this plan we've created a lot of open space, community facilities, and just various social service areas that we can use for the residents.
If you look at this, I know, having had many conversations with Bill Becerra, the original design would have taken the entire road system out and changed it completely. It was just much too expensive. So they're working with the original terracing that was done from what regard obviously to a much more attractive project. But you can see a lot of the roads here are basically the road system is there.
We'll have a Cody yet.
I'm waiting for the ball.
I do like the names of.
It says,
something that's there already?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Community building, is that something that's there already, or is it something that...
Which one are you? There's 2 facilities. One is a large one on Vineyard Avenue, towards the top of Laura Ave.
Yes.
So corner of Laura and Vineyard. And then there's another, that's going to be the main facility. And then there's a supplemental one on
Grand Park Drive.
Correct.
They're not existing
No,
buildings.
everything on that right now
will be new construction.
Everything on that plan is proposed.
Very nice.
They just step forward.
Will you change the name because of all that area has a bad reputation?
The name will be
They're
changed.
not enticing anyone to move there.
That will be changed.
The interesting thing is that it's really not going to be a self-contained housing complex anymore. It just becomes part of the bigger neighborhood, which I think is probably even more important.
So that's the sociological aspect that's so important.
Right. Any other questions? All right, can I have a motion to approve the inducement resolution, and they will be coming back later on. We have a motion made by Martin, second by Cecile, all in favor? Carried. Dennis, do you have any...
I regret to advise the board for the second month in a row there's no legal action. No pending, no litigation, I apologize.
We do have 2 committee meetings happening immediately following this. So
Right.
I appreciate board members being here and staying for those committee meetings. Thank you very much.
If there's no other business,
I'd like to say something there. I was reading through some of the comments on the public hearing on the Brook Shopping Center, and one of the comments was a bit of a problem doing these IDAs, abatements for retail. This IDA does a lot of other things besides retail, such as projects like this. I also had the opportunity to go up to the Rich Hill project, and I was in the walk. Again, it's not just retail. There's other things there. It's just amazing to see what is happening up there. I also had the opportunity to go to the Animal Specialty Center right now, the opening, and I did bring my dog. This is probably one of the equipment that they have in there, the state of the art. They have, just to let the people know, they have a cyber knife machine. There's only 100 of them in the world, and this is the first one for animals. And a dog lover like myself, just to go in there and get the private for it. They have chemo rooms, they have physical therapy rooms, where you actually bring in your animal and they put them in tanks where after they have operations for them. They have cameras in the operating room, so you could actually, for teaching. And the way it was designed, with the wall that we built up, because they have a vehicle that they use, where this is actually enclosed, where people on the outside will see this. It's really, really a great thing. So I just want to.
Is it true they have to be removed?
They do. Somebody donated $50,000 for a removal, where if you want to be with your animal before you put them down. It's totally state of the art. And to think about Yonkers as the first cyber knife machine for animals,
It's also 24-hour service. I mean, they have a whole emergency room contingent that works there 24 hours. People are there. It's wonderful.
So, I just want to say, Mr. Mayor, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this.
I'm glad you're here. I've talked to the mayors of some of the other big cities around the state. If they can have any one of the projects that we've got going on in our city, they would give almost anything to have them. Whether it's Cross County, or the Rich Hill, or the downtown development, the three developers, because it's what ultimately creates the jobs and the revenues. We've got all three of those and more. So we're very lucky that we're in a location that we are. And frankly, we're very lucky that people like yourselves.
And their leadership to do it.
Well, I appreciate it.
There's a lot of buzz, I'm probably the oldest member here, and I have been suffering, I've been suffering with all of the buzz around the state. I almost offended